Today we are going to discuss a very important topic. Now, this topic mainly we are focusing on OTA listing. OTA listing means you, as a small and medium scale hospitality owner or hospitality stakeholder, you should have a clear understanding about what things we should do when it comes to OTA listing and what things we should not do when we are going to list our property with the OTAs. Because you know why? These tiny mistakes can influence very negatively for your organization. So throughout this video, I'm going to explain and I'm going to discuss about what are these errors and how we can mitigate these errors. So stay with the video. The discussion today is totally about OTA mistakes. Now you all are fully aware about OTA and you all are fully aware about the supplier and the customer. So when it comes to OTA performance, we are working as a supplier. Why we are working as a supplier? We are trying to sell our rooms and our products and any sort of packages for the customers. So therefore, when we are going to understand about OTA, one thing which we need to do, we need to have a clear understanding what is this platform and how this platform is working. That's why when you are listing your property, you need to read platform guideline very correctly. So otherwise what will happen is you are doing something which is not compliant with OTA guidelines. So because of that, what will happen? Sometime you will not get listed properly in the particular OTA. Now this is actually a kind of algorithm. So this is very important when you are dealing with OTAs. Now let's look at major errors that you might do when you are going to operate your entity with these OTAs. Number one thing is actually wrong pricing strategies. Now you can see as an example, so some properties what they have done is, and they are operating with different OTA platforms, and for the same room category they offer different price listings in different platforms. Now imagine if you are a customer, if you are searching for a room and if you see the particular hotel and the particular room under different prices, you will have a very negative impact or very negative perception about this property. That's why when you are going to do the pricing, your property should be listed in an equal pricing scale. And as an example, let's say if your price has a massive variance, let's say booking.com, your price is around $100, maybe the TripAdvisor another maybe couple of hundred. So then if the variance level is very high, so this will have a negative impact on your business. So that's why you need to be very careful when you are setting pricing factors. And if you don't understand how to set your pricing, at least you have to consult someone and get some idea about how to do that. If not, you can easily do is compare your pricing structure with all other competitors. Go to the competitor pricing and see like how they have listed their properties in all other sites, and then you will have a clear understanding. But if you have a marginal or very minimum variance level with this pricing, that is not going to impact your business. But if the variance level is very high, now let's say as an example, one listing $100 and the other listing is 150, this will have a negative impact. So therefore this point number is very important when you are going to list your property with the OTA. And number two is your poor content. If you are posting like very poor quality pictures and very poor content about your product description, this is going to have a negative impact on your property. Now think about again and see how you have listed your pictures and how you have listed your content related to your property. And if your content is not properly done, immediately start doing it, because this will have a negative impact. The third point that you need to look at is how you are going to engage with your customers. If you get any customer query or if you get any customer responses, within how many hours you are going to reply. If you take too long, so the algorithm will understand this. So that's why, so algorithm will not do any favor for you if you are not managing your customers properly. Remember that as well. And the fourth one is the bad cancellation policies, or sometimes your policies are very rigid or sometimes your policies are very lenient. Remember, these two scenarios are bad for the organization. If you have very rigid policies, what will happen? Customers will not book your property because they are very scared of having a very rigid cancellation policy. And the other thing is too lenient policies. Too lenient policies is also very bad, because why? When you have too lenient policies, you will get more cancellations. So therefore when you are going to develop a cancellation policy, please research and make sure that policy is going to work for your organization. If you don't have any understanding, look at other policies and how other competitors have set their policies, and from this you will have a clear understanding about how to list your cancellation policy with the OTA. And remember, therefore, and these factors are very, very important when it comes to OTA listing. And also, if you do these errors continuously, what will happen? The OTA will not favor for your organization. Because of that, what will happen? You will not get much bookings through the OTA. Because why? This entire algorithm is a vast and very large one. There are thousands and millions of suppliers and thousands and millions of customers. So then, in order to get a favor or in order to get a support from the platform, you have to engage positively with all these factors without doing any errors, in simple language. So then now look at your property and understand how you have listed all these information, or whether you have done these information properly, and this will support to recorrect them again, and where you can get a massive boom or the support from your OTA. Now we understood a very small concept. Now this very small concept means what what are these errors and why we should not do these errors when it comes to OTA management. So therefore remember, learn tiny things, tiny concepts, and apply into your small business, and try to take your business to the next level. That is the most important thing. Right now you do these applications, review how you have done your listings with the OTAs, and if there are any changes to be made, you have to do it immediately, and then see the impact. And always remember, you have to do this monitoring, continuous monitoring, how many bookings you are getting, and after you have done the changes. That's very important, before changes and after changes. Thank you very much for watching the video, and stay with us, and we will come up with another video in the next session. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.